This is not my party. This is not what it stands for. I was so disgusted with January 6th, and I'm still, I'm deeply upset by what happened.
That's Darren White. He's the former Bernalillo County Sheriff and was the Republican nominee for the 1st Congressional District in 2008. He also ran President George Bush's presidential campaign in New Mexico.
I know several Republicans who have already changed party affiliation, and most of it was following January 6th.
Data from the New Mexico Secretary of State's office backs his claims. From December 2020 to January 2021, there were 1,688 fewer Republicans registered in New Mexico. There were 389 fewer Democrats, and 2,300 more people now identify as independent or no party. Let's compare these to the numbers after President Donald Trump was elected. From December 2016 to January 2017, Republicans actually gained 12 registrants. Democrats lost 519. Republicans leaving their party this January isn't just a New Mexico thing.
There is a national trend where some registered Republicans are leaving their party.
We asked KOAT's political expert Brian Sanderoff why.
Well, obviously, many Republicans are concerned about the events of January 6th and the way it was handled, perhaps some of the statements of Donald Trump leading up to and after the event. Although some Republicans might be mad at Republican leaders for not defending the president even more vigorously.
The head of the state's Republican Party is dealing with that divide.
There are two different sides, and my task right now, and we've already started that, is to go around the state to visit with people who feel like they are not satisfied with on either side.
Why do you think 1,700 people left the party by the end of this January?
Well, that's always hard to predict. That 1,700 represents 0.4%. So it statistically is small. We don't take it for granted, and we don't diminish it at all. That ebb and flow is always the truth, but you look for the long-term trends, and our long-term trends are very positive.
He's right. From December 2018 until now, Republicans overall had over 39,600 more people register. Democrats just over 29,700.
Democrats have a big advantage in registered voters in New Mexico. So I think that the Republicans had a little ground to make up, and they did make some ground up.
The head of New Mexico's Democratic Party attributes that in part to this.
Early on in the cycle, the other thing that Republicans had going in 2020 is they knew who their presidential nominee was going to be early on.
So what will these voter registration numbers mean as we get further away from the Capitol riots?
You know, I've been in this business for a while, and one thing I've learned is the pendulum politically swings back and forth.
The Darren White Show is next. 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
Darren White is now a conservative talk show host on KKOB. He doesn't dismiss that someday he could too be one of those New Mexicans who changes their registration.
I will tell you, just because at this point I'm still a registered Republican and I'm still a conservative, that doesn't mean in 2 weeks I will be.
In Albuquerque, Brittany Hope, KOAT Action 7 News.
And just before this newscast, the Secretary of State's office released the voter registration numbers from February. Take a look here. From January to February, there were 492 fewer New Mexicans registered with the Democratic Party, 1,057 fewer New Mexicans registered with the Republican Party. 1,206 more people now label themselves as independent or no party.